Congressman, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks very much for being here.
Glad to be with you, Maria.
So explain to me what happened. You're saying Adam Schiff and his team dumped thousands of pages of new documents in your lap last night?
Yesterday afternoon, we sure did. Look, this is just how desperately they are, desperately focused on impeaching this president that they are. Last week, we had our first hearing with the law professors, and Jonathan Turley put it to bed about how they were actually abusing power. The next morning, Speaker Pelosi comes on and says, basically, I've had enough of this. Go ahead and write the articles of impeachment. Now, at that point in time, I'm not sure why we're doing anything else, because they've made up their mind. They're going to do what they're going to do. They've decided to not care if the president's represented, not care if the president gets due process, not care if the fairness. But then again, yesterday, the Adam Schiff report and the documents we're going to be talking about tomorrow, they decided to give us all the underlying documents and everything that they've been collecting, but not only just from HPSCI, but from budget and foreign affairs as well. This is not fair. There's no way we can process these 1,000 documents. But better yet, the Democrats can't process these documents because this is something that they're looking to do and use tomorrow, but they've not even read. This is a show. This is a farce. This is whatever you want to call it. The American people are having their tax dollars wasted on this impeachment of this president.
Just to be clear, Congressman, you've asked for these documents within the last 25 days.
Oh, clearly. We've been asking for these documents for a while. We knew that eventually, especially after the resolution was passed on how they were going to move forward, we knew that we were going to eventually get it back in judiciary. I didn't realize that we were going to get it back for simply a rubber stamp. I didn't realize that the Judiciary Committee was being used as a puppet from Speaker Pelosi and Adam Schiff to just do their ending bidding and dirty work. I don't know why they're doing it this fast. I don't know why they're practicing this weekend for a hearing tomorrow in which they're going to have scripted questions to a bunch of high-priced consultants that they brought in to present their reports, because at the end of the day, we can read the reports. We know what is out there. For them to say that evidence is out there, basically indicting this president is wrong. Those facts are in dispute. In fact, they're actually contradicted. This is the problem that many of us have had on the Hill. The Chairman Nadler right now is just simply running a large rubber stamp because they want to get this done, because this is just a very much of a pointed focus of getting rid of a president they don't like.
So tell me what takes place tomorrow. Explain the process to us. It is in your committee. I know you're asking for these hearings to be postponed because of this document dump. But hypothetically speaking, let's say Adam Schiff goes forward and the Judiciary Committee takes these hearings. What does tomorrow look like? You'll have an opening statement?
Yes, believe me, these are going forward. I had a conversation with the chairman yesterday, and as I reminded him, if we were outside of this, an actual court proceeding, not just in Congress, that they would be sanctioned by the judge. There's no reason that you can do this at a late date, but he's not going to stop. We're going forward tomorrow, so we're going to have opening statements, then we're going to have a presentation by staff from Judiciary about their theory of the case and ours. Then you're going to have a presentation by staff. Again, Adam Schiff not testifying. Again, undoubtedly has no qualms about hiding behind his hired consultants and not testifying himself. Adam Schiff is so bold to come out and talk about the president, but he's so seemingly ashamed to come and actually defend his report tomorrow. So we'll have those presentations, then we'll answer 4 questions, and then members will answer questions, and we'll go on. They're already writing the articles of impeachment. The Democrats ought to be ashamed of themselves to try to pretend that this actually is trying to get any information or facts out. They're trying to change public opinion because they're desperate to keep votes when they actually bring this to the floor.
So is that what this is about, changing public opinion? I think it's really interesting to note that it is almost 20 years to the day since Bill Clinton was impeached.
Yeah, I believe Jerry Nadler's been thinking about this day for 20 years, that he could actually come back and get a president. The sad part about this was Clinton actually committed a crime. Nixon actually committed a crime. There's been no crime even thought about or proven in this case at all. In fact, the facts don't even equal up to it. We saw that last week with the law professors when they said, well, if this happens and this happens, you just infer it. We're impeaching on evidence. That's just not what you do this on. So, yeah, this is just a race to the finish. But let me say this. The facts are not there. That's why they're just moving forward. They're not trying to do this. Last week when Nancy Pelosi said, write the articles, the fact-finding was done. Everything was over at that point. Now it's just writing it and to try and convince enough Democrats and American people that what they're doing is right, and they're having a hard time with it.
Congressman, real quick, do you expect any Republicans to vote for impeachment, and do you expect all Democrats to vote for impeachment?
At this point, I don't expect any Republican to vote for impeachment. We've seen our votes early on the inquiry, and it's actually gotten worse for the Democrats since then. And there'll be at least probably 2 that have already said they're probably voting for it. So the only thing that's going to be bipartisan in this is a bipartisan against impeaching this president, not bipartisan for impeaching this president. That's the Democrats' problem. Good luck selling that in a year.
Well, we heard from Jeff Van Drew on this program. He said he's a no, but I'm interested in hearing from Senator Mitt Romney to see where he goes in this. We'll be watching that.
We will.
Congressman, good to see you this morning. Thank you.
Always good to be with you, Maria. Take care.
Congressman Doug Collins.